Good evening, YouTube. This is Jordan back here doing the deck of the week, which is going to be a Chaos Stun variant. There's been tons of these going around. There's a few cards I already would substitute out and different things like that. I'm missing one of my Fossil Dinos and one of my Deep Prisons. I lent them to a friend of mine. So the deck's a little bit different, but I mean, I like it. It's pretty good. Pretty fun. It's interesting. I'm not one of the fans of the Tengu stuns that you see running around with different things, but they're good too. They're just not my style. I'm more of a one-for-one slow stun player, but sometimes you can't keep up, sometimes you can. It's still a fun deck to play at a locals just for the hell of it. So anyways, here's a list. One Gale. Half your Sheens, half any big threats, drop him. Priority still good. Force a warning. Force anything they're worried about. Synchro, he's a tuner, so makes for a good play. Only 2 Sorks. I mean, he gets rid of a lot of your bigger threats, but he can't attack. He's still pretty big, though. 2,000 defender, 2,300 attacker. Still only run the 2 right now, though. 3 Thunder Kings helps stop the sync or spam of Tengu plants. Helps stop the Sheem plays. Stops the pot of dualities. Makes it so they have to draw cards. They can't Sanguine, anything like that. So it's pretty good. Can't Recruiter as well. 2 Banisher, just to get stuff that you're worried about with Pot of Avarice and all that. It's not too bad. 1,600 as well, 0 defense. He's light. I mean, he's just a target for Chaos Sorcerer in the grave, but at least he's removing things at the same time, so he's not bad. I like him. 2 Effect Veilers, light again in the grave. Negates the effect of a monster on the field. If they have a Doom Caliber Knight, you can force it. You can force its effect with an Effect Veiler. If yours are out on the field, though, you gotta be careful. But yeah, Effect Veiler's still a really good card, really boss. 2 Raikou. Gets rid of 1 card on the field, mills 3 for the fuel of a sorcerer. 50-50 on him. I like him because he's a 1-for-1 removal, but still, you got a mill 3. He does have a little bit of a price, I guess, but I still like him. 2 Cyber Dragons. It's a free drop. 2,100 beat stick. Gets around most things. If not, you can sacrifice it for a Caius or a Chaos Sorcerer. It's a light target, so. 1 Dyna. I normally would run 2, but I'm letting 1 out. But 2 is pretty beastie. But right now, just the 1. Frog Monarchs, different things like that. So good. Sanguine, fetch your Reaper, your Fossil Dyna, your Raikou, your Effect Veiler. I mean, he just pretty much plays fetch. 1 Spirit Reaper. No real outs to this card if you're playing against Sam's. He sits there and just camps the field for you, protects it. Good card, boss card. Only 2 Doom Cals. The card's good, don't get me wrong. Really good card, really like the card. It's just his effect's a quick effect. It has to activate. It's mandatory. You can't just say, no, I'm going to let that slide. I mean, you have to negate the effect of the monster. So he's easy to play around. And 2 Kais. 2,400 beater. Gets rid of stuff. 1-for-1 again. Remove something. If it's dark, you do 1,000 points of damage. If you're really sacky, you get tribute. And if your opponent has 1,000 or less, you get sacrificed. He can target himself and you can win. So, I mean, he's still pretty sacky. Smashing Grounds. Obvious. Destruction. Field control. 1-for-1 removal. Book the tuner. Get rid of their threat. Monster Reborn. Steal their big guy. Monster Reborn, one of your guys. Dark Hole. Stable. MST. Back row 8. 3 dualities, gets you the card you need faster, gets it to the top, gets you, deck thinning again, so helps out get that card that you need. Very good card, definitely run 3. 2 Bottomless, gets rid of the big threats. Bottomless is a Dawn, Bottomless, if they don't have protection for a Librarian or anything, I mean, he gets rid of the pretty big threats. Priority goes away, it'd be even better, so gotta love the Bottomless. Oppression, gotta play it. I mean, it's a stun deck. You want to negate their Synchro Summon. It costs 800 points. You can't complain. Negating a Synchro is pretty good. Mirror Force, it's just there. It's a staple. It's great. I like it. So, warning: 2,000 life points negate a summon, Synchro Summon, a threat to you. It's a good card still. Definitely run 2. Dust Tornado really should be a D prison. I really should be having 2 D prisons, but again, I lent some out and I can't find any common ones right now, so I have a Dust Tornado in its place. But yeah, it should be 2 D prisons or this D prison for the star card hate and other big card hate. Dust Tornado for the back row hate. And Solemn. I mean, what's a deck without Solemn Judgment? For the side deck, I'm missing stuff here too. 1 Fossil, Dinah, and 1 Ali Salva. This was thrown, the side deck was just thrown together. I can't really remember what was in it, so any suggestions are greatly appreciated. Doom Cali, 1, just in case 3 isn't enough. 2 Crow, Plant Hate, remove stuff out of the graveyard, Dragoninities, anything like that you run into. Puppet Plant, take their Sheehan, take their keys and do a synchro with it. It's a pretty good play, so I like it a lot. Have 2 Snowman Eaters in here. Probably should be Kinetic Soldier. I really think it should be Kinetic Soldiers. So I'd say Kinetic Soldier instead of them, or even a Legendary Juju Master. Juju's kind of funny when they hit it. But Snowman's pretty good for the 1-for-1 removal, especially if you want to get rid of the Raikos mid, like, you know, just to throw your opponent off. Nolmans, as long as your opponent doesn't counter side, it's great against plants still, and it's great against Gravekeepers. Mindcruster duality play is always hilarious. Dust Tornado just for more back row hate. And 2 Chaindees for the plants and the Sam matchup, as well as the X-Saber matchup. Get rid of Dark Soul, you know, they cry. So it's a good card still, real good card. I like it. As for the extra deck, 1 Fortress Dragon. 1 Decisive Armor for the, obviously the light hate going on. All these agent decks running around, you need some light hate, and it's a big beefy defense. 1 Trishula, can't complain. 2 Startards. 1 Scrap Dragon, pretty standard extra deck actually. 1 Dragon Archfiend. 1 Armor Master. 1 Black Rose. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon. 1 Veronic. 1 Gaia, Knight, the Force of the Earth. 1 Armed Wing. 1 Catastor. And 1 Librarian, so you can profit off their synchro summons basically. But yeah, that's deck of the week number 8, or my stun deck variant for now. Lots of people have suggested different things already from friends, so I want to see what you guys have a feeling of there, YouTube. So just let me know. Thanks.